Morning, evening, afternoon, guys. Welcome back to Tempus TV. Following suit with the most recent videos, we're going over another frequently asked question today. Probably the question I really get asked the most since I've been here. I've been in Thailand for 6 months, and if I had a nickel for every single time that I got asked this question, I wouldn't be worried about YouTube ad revenue. And that question is, essentially, how hard is it to date Thai girls? Well, me, I don't really like to generalize, but I was feeling like lumping every single Thai girl into the same group today. We're gonna go over a few things, a few tips, a few tricks, and the realities of what you can look forward to if you're coming to Thailand and wanna meet some girls who live here. So the trolls are gonna have a field day in the comments with this one, but obviously this is a generalization. I've asked a few of my Thai friends who are ladies what they look for, what they think, how they look at foreigners, what they're actually looking for in foreigners, what they like, what they don't like. So this is just gonna be a broad overstatement. Of course, these rules are not going to apply to every single Thai girl, but we're just gonna kind of hit it at the top, hit the most frequently given answers when I asked a few of these questions. So the first thing I was wondering was, do Thai girls have a preference when it comes to foreigners? Do they like guys from certain countries? Are they all the same? Do they just see us all as a bunch of white guys here on vacation? And I did get quite a few different answers, but the most reliable ones that I got was Americans, nice, and Australians. So I personally think that this just mostly has to do with a lot of people that learn English here in Thailand. They learn American English in school, so they're exposed to it at a super young age, and that could go for Australia as well. And at the same time, most of the media that Thais consume comes from the States. So like they're still big into Hollywood movies, things like that. All the social media and stuff, a lot of that stuff is coming from the States. So I think it's just what's really familiar to them. I don't necessarily think it has anything to do with like Americans or Australians themselves, but these are definitely the two that I got the most, followed up by quite a few countries in Europe. I got France a lot, I got the UK quite a bit, but it definitely seemed like Americans and Australians were definitely the ones that seemed to pop up a lot. So if you're from either of these places, you're already off to a good start. So personality-wise, what I gathered from my friends is essentially Thai girls are looking for the same traits in a guy that the girls in your country probably are looking for too. Being funny gets you a long way, being nice, of course, and just being a gentleman. So there's still a lot of like traditional values here when it comes to dating. So ladies first, all that good stuff still holds true here. So you don't gotta get worried about opening the door for somebody and getting yelled at. Welcome to America. But generally, from what I gathered when I asked the girls what they looked for in a guy, minus physical appearance, of course, was a lot of the same answers that I think you would get in the States. So don't be afraid to show your sense of humor. Don't be afraid to be a gentleman. This is really appreciated, which I think that would be the case with most girls, but it's also true with girls in Thailand. Kind of piggybacking off that, I went ahead and asked, what do they look for physically? Is there a physical thing that Thai girls look for in foreigners that they find more attractive? And this is kind of really funny. So in the States, obviously, like we really look for like being tan is a nice thing. Having like real small, like petite noses is a thing. But in Thailand, it's kind of the opposite. They like fair skin. It's definitely a thing here. So that goes a long way. If you're a white guy like me, you're pasty as hell. Another one is being tall. They all seem to like foreigners a lot because a lot of Western guys are pretty tall. Nice. And one that definitely caught me by surprise that I wasn't really expecting to hear was veins. Like quite a few of my friends said that they like when they can see veins in a guy's arm. I don't really think this pertains to foreigners specifically, but kind of a random one. So if you're a little dehydrated and your veins are popping out, apparently it's a good thing. Another one that definitely caught me by surprise is I had a few of my friends say they like big noses. Big, sharp noses is what they said, which is super funny because in the States, that's like the one thing that your friends will rip on you for if you have a big nose, but apparently it'll help you out here. Just a quick break. I want to thank all the new viewers to the channel. Last month has been super great. If you saw at the beginning of the video, we are cruising for our 10K goal, and at that time, we're going to be headed to Japan to give you guys a lot of insight and tips and tricks when it comes to traveling in Japan. If that's something you'd like to see, feel free to go down, drop a subscribe, hit like on the video. That way you get updated every time I upload a new one, and then you'll be here when we make our way to Japan. Thank you. So another one that makes perfect sense, but sometimes I feel like it kind of slips through the cracks. Obviously, not all Thai girls are interested in foreigners. That seems to be like a really big rhetoric here sometimes, like, oh, you come to Thailand and you're a white guy and every single Thai girl you meet is gonna be interested in talking to you. Obviously, that's just not true. Everybody has their own taste. So don't expect every single Thai girl that you meet to be interested in getting to know you better. Now, this is gonna reign less true when you're in the big cities and stuff like that because they're used to it. But if you get out of town and you go to like rural Thailand or, you go up to Isan, these people aren't really interested. You stick out a little bit more, and it might be a little uncomfortable for them. Don't be surprised if you meet some Thai girls that just aren't interested in you romantically. This doesn't mean that they might not want to be friends, but keep yourself honest. So I also asked my friends, like, in a first approach situation, is there something that foreigners do that they're not crazy about? And one thing that they pretty much all said is they didn't really like the cheesy pickup lines. I know not a lot of guys really do this, but I know some guys swear by some of their pickup lines. And most of my friends that I talk to, they just say go ahead and avoid these. A big thing with it is, like, a lot of those, you know, pickup lines and jokes, they're gonna be innuendos, so they're not gonna really mean what you're saying. And if somebody doesn't speak perfect English, or English isn't their first language, they might not understand what you're saying, which obviously when you first approach a girl, the last thing you want to do is have them not understand or feel uncomfortable because they don't understand. So just avoid the pickup lines in general. Just go up, introduce yourself, ask them a couple questions about themselves, and just take it super normal. So I have said in some of my previous videos, I think the best way to meet Thai girls is social circles. So whenever you meet girls, like we said earlier, even if they're not really interested in, you know, seeing you romantically, feel free to just make friends. And also, you're in a new country, it's always good to know people that can show you around. They can help you out with anything. If you need someone to translate for you, help you with some paperwork, whatever. And then when you meet other girls in these situations, it kind of takes the pressure off everybody. So it's a lot easier to kind of be comfortable, make sure they're comfortable. So it's a good idea to build as big a social circle as possible, and then you can meet more people, whether that be romantically or you're just looking to make friends. It'll definitely help you out, and it'll just kind of ease you into everything, and it'll make it easier for the girls as well. And then you'll kind of know what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. You'll know if whether they speak good English or not. You're gonna know if they are interested in talking to foreigners or dating foreigners, and that will just make your life a whole lot easier. And then if you miss, it's not that super weird. You still get some friends out of it, and it's still a bonus. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning into Tempus TV. I hope you learned something in this video. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about Thailand, go ahead and click on this video right here. If you'd like to get updated every time I upload new videos, you know what to do. I'm also active on all short form platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. All that stuff will be linked down in the description below. As always, I hope you guys have a great day. Tell somebody you love them.